We're back on the parkrun alphabet trail today. I'll try and put some visual clues as to the name of the country park. So that's the first thing. It's a something country park, and it begins with the letter I. It's about an hour's drive for me. It's in Northamptonshire again. There's a nice river, I believe, behind me. There's even a tent on there. A couple of tents actually. Canal boats as well. Right, I'll head off. So we arrive at the Embankment car park in Wellingborough as your first clue. I've just popped to the toilets, which are here in this car park. You've also got a lovely cafe just called the Embankment Cafe. There's a very sort of basic kiddies fairground behind it. It says it's open daily, so there's no reason why it won't be open. Maybe later on. So just behind me is behind this car park if you like, is a Tesco superstore, including a petrol station. Got a Hollywood Bowl, B&M and a KFC. And then yeah, straight ahead, over there you could head across the grass to where the bridge goes over the canal, river. Not quite sure which one it is yet. But I didn't know if you could get out that way at first, so I went a different way. So I didn't go across the field, if you like. I noticed a hole in the railings, so I proceeded to carry on and go through this hole of the railings. Obviously it's been made that way for people to get through, but you can get through it. You've got the island with Tesco to your right, and then over on the left is where we go. We walk along here to the bridge, and apart from crossing a road because there's no path on the side we need, we don't actually cross a road all the way to the parkrun. Tell a lie, we do cross one at an entrance to an allotments. So you just follow this trail all the way along now. I was a bit unsure I'd come the right way myself, but as we'll see, it gets there. Very steep up on the right. Just about leaving the road noise of the A45 behind now. Just walk to the sound of your own footsteps. A bit quiet. I think there'll be more people like coming this way, but it is the right way, trust me. Come to the end of the path and it just starts to open up a bit. We want to go to the left, but we'll see what's round to the right. So, low gauge train station. And on the route you'll have a surprise of an underground station. Looks like a crane engine over there. Yeah, we want to be heading away from that. And this way. The train's all behind me. We'll head on over. We've come from there, so we'll keep to the path to the left. The Ironstone Heritage Trail. Follow the yellow arrow. Follow the grey gravelly road. This is the finish, where they set up the finish funnel. Where the green gates are, through the green gates, follow it down here. Avoiding these sort of potholes, you're still in a rough path, and it'll guide you onto this grass, and you can see where it's sort of been faded from all the runners. Not just this morning, but I must do this quite regularly. And you've already finished at this point, this is just the funnel. Going round here, roughly, and you get your finish token there. There's a cafe there, there's some toilets around the back. And yeah, the park run. I'll take you to the start because that's somewhere else. So let's go back. So earlier I mentioned the trains, sort of narrow gauge train is on there. So we're just walking from the finish, and this is sort of meeting point at the finish, and they'll take everybody down here, or you just sort of head your own way down. They don't sort of march you down here, but you wouldn't want to be late because this is actually on the course, and it does start off quite narrow and up a hill. So today we had pacers there. They were all introduced at the start. I think the quickest was 24 minutes, slowest was a 55 for walking, I would imagine. I think the slowest run one was a 38, and then there was one at 34, 33. There was a lady called Verity that I ran with, try and get my time close to sort of what I think I can do. There was a pacer at 32. I'm not sure if there was a 30, but there's definitely a 28 and a 24. So yeah, they march you down here or take you down here. Green grass off to the right, on your left as you'll be starting. So there's lots of lovely trails around, parked things to do for the children. If you're travelling or coming in with people that are not sort of park runners. I ran pretty much the whole way with the 33-minute pacer, apart from the start where I was actually quite a bit behind. That was the point. There was a 40-minute pacer, that was the one I was behind. Yeah, I was aiming for sort of 33 minutes 33 seconds roughly, but it was all going to be done on feel. And I believe the 33-minute pacer came in at 32.55, and I was a little bit ahead of that. In fact, I finished just behind the 32-minute pacer. Whether she did have a group with her, so whether she sort of let them go on ahead and get the time they're after, which would be good pacing. Pacers there for you to beat, hold the pace and then beat. Yeah, Verity, the 33-minute pacer, she was saying she's gone out for a little bit quick at the start, because I was thinking, like, it looks like about 20 strides ahead is the 32-minute pacer. But bearing in mind nobody else was running with her, it was ideal for me. So my opinion of Chester Country Parkrun, to probably give it its full name. Really good course, all trail, a few hills, but nothing major. Only up and down, but then there's also some flat bits, so you've got a bit of everything for everyone. If I'm being brutally honest, criticism, the start could be a bit better, but I did find it wasn't sort of announced, I don't think, because we're still setting up the PA system. Yeah, a really good parkrun, really enjoyed that one. Glad I chose this one over. So yeah, I'm glad I did this one. Glad I did it as the end of the month. So like I say, you've got the food bank, you've got the pacers, which was what, in the end, I think probably what really subconsciously swung it for me. But yeah, I enjoyed that. Chester Parkrun, definite thumbs up. If I could give it stars, it'd be 5 stars for that one. Really enjoyed it.